What up, Baseheads? Well, we're out here on Sunday. Finally got a little time to do something. It's 3:30. Got the cover off. Got to get down to this alternator, put the regulator on. Got a few new things in. We're going to go out in the workshop and check it out. Still got to go back here and take all this stuff out. Redo this a little bit. Get it ready for the C-Max. I got everything to charge it up and to keep it at 15.5 volts now. So we're going to be good. So stay tuned. And we're going to go out to the shop. Yeah, I'll probably end up keeping the fourth order like this for right now. I got so much other stuff to do. So let's get out here to the workshop and check out this new stuff I just got in. I've had the door closed, the fan on, and the AC on. It's been extremely humid lately for the past few weeks, especially this past week. And it's been making me tired. I've been working till like 7 every day, getting up early, out in this heat all day. It drains you. So that's why I'm getting a late start today. I was kind of relaxing a little bit, trying to rest up. But anyway, let's go out here and see what Base Junkie 20 Twins got in. As you see, I got the fan on right there. That battery charge there would only let me go up to like 13.9 volts. But there's the new charger. DC power supply. Recommended by Isaac Daughtry. He uses these. I think he says he's got like 6 of them. He's sending me some upgraded leads for this thing. They haven't came in yet, but they'll be here. It has leads with it, so I can use those for now. The upgraded leads is just, you know, prolonged use. These leads are, I guess, tiny. We're going to check them out. We're going to unbox this thing and open it here in a second. So, but the upgraded leads will guarantee you that they won't wear out. So, also, we got something in from JS Alternator. I've already cut open and checked it out. I didn't take the paperwork out or nothing, but I looked at it to make sure it was not damaged. This is the voltage regulator right here that we're going to put on the alternator. Got a new pigtail for it, which the alternator came with a pigtail, so this should be pretty simple. Just wire this new pigtail in place of the old one, and see it says on it 15.5. Get a real good shot of that. 15.5 volts. Yes, sir. So I think this thing's probably like how Jerry Ain't Loud, you know, when he be talking about putting diodes on stuff, adding those to the alternator. See, it's kind of like guesswork when you're just throwing diodes on, you know. But this one, they already know and measured out to 15.5 volts. So however many diodes are in this, if that's what is charging this up. So, and I think you have to have a high-powered alternator to make this work. I got my alternator from JS. I have a JS 250, and this is made from their I don't know if they make these, but this came from their company. They said it's only for C-Max use, not for AGM. So do not try to use this with your AGM batteries, guys. So we're going to get on that. We're going to get the charger out of the box here in a second. We're going to get this C-Max charging up. We're going to put the meter on to show you what it is now. I think it's like dropped down to 13.8. Like I said, this sit in his garage for a while. He said, I don't know how long, but you know, never charging it, just sitting around. It ain't a big deal. I mean, it ain't been used, so it ain't been played low like that. So I'm on to fixing to charge it up and see if we can get it up to. It did have a BMS monitor on it. I still have that somewhere over here. But I replaced it with this balancer here that I got from Coventry. Isaac Daughtry recommended it. He said that the other one would bring the whole battery down. He's seen it happen. They overload or something. So I wanted to make sure I had the right thing. So I had hooked that up. Had a real pain getting this compression bar back on. It has a plate on the bottom, by the way, too. So, I mean, this thing's pretty solid, but I do want to get a different kit sooner or later. Excuse me, down the road. For now, it'll work. I can even encase this with wood around it to give it, you know, more security. But I think for now it'll be all right. I'm going to just get the charger on here and see if we can't get it up to 15.5 volts. That new charger, you can set this up to 30 volts. It's a 10 amp, up to 10 amp. So it charges faster. But you can set this up to 30 volts. It's got coarse and fine. You can fine tune it, and there's your voltage settings. The leads go here. So this is AC to DC power supply. It turns AC into DC. So it's perfect for batteries. But I'm going to set it at 15.5. I'm going to get out the box. Let's do an unboxing. Stay tuned. The Bass Junkie 2020.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, we're back. Get this thing out the box. There's the power cord. Oh shoot. Locks over here. Owner's manual. We'll look at this later. Packed pretty well. I think there's nothing else in the box. So there is another set of leads. There's two different sets of leads. Check those out in a second. Get this out the plastic. It's a little small thing. It's not really big, but this is exactly what you need for any battery, really, if you're doing car audio. This could, they use these like in science lab. Oh, this thing came damaged. Look. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it works, dudes. They must have dropped this during shipping because it just came in this box. It wasn't packed in nothing else. So, wow, look at that. That's pretty good damage there, ain't it, dudes? But I need this thing charged up. Dang, it's got a big old dent. Something dropped on top of it. See that? Damn, and I need this thing right now. Front looks to be okay. Input voltage AC 110 volts. Can you see that? Alright, we're gonna try to use it anyway. Hopefully that didn't, I'm only gonna use this. I'm not gonna, it might just be the metal. I might be able to take them screws out and fix this. It might be just that. I don't think it, the computer board's right there. Actually, the computer board's on this side, the way it looks. So I think that might just be the cover, thank God. Because if you look in here, I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see the circuitry, the board's down here. So the damage is up here. So that might be good news. Let's plug it up and see what happens. First of all, let me show you some features. Coarse, right here, coarse. This one is coarse. So, and then this one's to fine tune it, and this is your amps. And you just hook your leads on here. Alright, got two sets of leads. Got alligator clips on it. One's got these kind, and then the other one's got the, I guess they both have the same thing. They just give you two sets. I don't know what the difference is. I might have to look at the manual and go over it. But I'm getting upgraded leads that you don't have to worry about them heating up or melting or any of that. But we're gonna have to use these for now. So let's get this thing plugged up. Stay tuned. Alright, that's what currently it's resting at, 13.8. So this thing's real low. It's supposed to be up to 15.5. So we're gonna hook the leads up and see how fast we can get it charged. Hey guys, I got her all hooked up. I got the leads on here. I got the alligator leads. Both these got the spade terminals on them. I think I was supposed to get ones that had plugins that go in here and one set of spade terminals. I think they gave me double of these by accident. No big deal because I'm getting those ones from Isaac Daughtry from Coventry. They'll be in soon, and they plug in, and they're 8 gauge. They're upgraded. I think this is like, looks like 12 gauge or something. So when those come in, they got banana terminals on them. So anyway, we're gonna See how this is? I got it, everything's turned all the way up on it. Let's go ahead and power it up. The highest voltage this thing will put out is 31.5 volts. Alright, let's see if that registers on the voltmeter, the multimeter. 31.4, so it's like a tenth off. That's not no big deal though. Put this a little closer so we can see it. Now, I'm going to bring it down to what I need it, 15.5. I'm barely moving it. There it was. So you can put it, I'll get close as I can like that, 15.5. But see, it says 15.4 on there, and that. See, let me turn the fine tuning down. That'll make it easier. So we'll turn this up again, 15. Right there, 15.5. See, it says 15.52. I can fine tune it now. Actually, let me turn this down just a hair more. Just 15.2, 15.3. I'll fine tune it by the bottom one. Right there, exactly. See, the fine tune helps out a lot. And the amperage will show up as soon as I put the load on it. So now we're going to take the multimeter leads off. We're going to hook those to the C-Max. I'm going to show you what it's charged at, where it's resting at, I mean. Like I said, it's been sitting. It hasn't been charged or nothing. Besides, I charged it up to 13.9 with that other charger. That's just, the limiter on it was as far as it let it go. Fine tune this a little more. Oh, right there. I mean, it ain't gonna make that much difference. The 0.1. So anyway, I'm gonna hook those leads up, and I'm gonna hook the charger up to C-Max 2, and we'll watch both. Before I do that, this thing has a protection circuitry in it. Let me show you so you can touch these. These are leads coming from this. Watch. See? It won't let it. It just puts in, it's like a protect thing. So you ain't got nothing to worry about there. Alright, let's check out, see what the C-Max is resting at. I know it's like 13.8 or something like that. 13.83. Let's hook up the charger and see what happens. See these other posts that I couldn't get off? These other leads on here? They're going to come in handy actually, because I can use these until I get the other ones that I'm getting from Isaac in. So I can just clip one on there on the negative, and then we'll clip one on here on the positive. There we go. Let's see how she charges. See, it dropped the charger down. It's at, and put it at 10 amps exactly. Have it at 10 amps, 14.5 volts. It's got a draw from it. So, fans just kicked on it. Hear it? Alright, it was 5 o'clock when I started. It's been like 3 minutes. It's at 13.9 already. So we'll check back on the time when it gets up to voltage. Alright, I got my cheaper EverStart voltage meter on there. It always reads higher. That's why I recommend, if you're running big power and you really want to be precise, get a couple multimeter. The Flukes are the best, but I'm not paying all that for a multimeter, not at this point. But that's what happens when you clip with no remorse. This one ain't too bad. Got some bubbles on it. It got definitely hot. They both got hot. That happened at Slamology 2021. And these old Sundown X's. This one probably I could have saved it and didn't have to recone it. but I went ahead and reconed both. So, but look at that thing. While we're charging, this old fuse box for the SMD. So I got that one over there. I got another one of those fuse holders, which Julian, I'm getting yours out. It's in there. I'm gonna put it in a package tonight and try to send it out tomorrow. But yeah, I got that one. I'm gonna put that back in the car when I go to hook up the new amp and everything. But anyway, this here is the other Sundown SCV6K. It's in the original box. Let me move this stuff. Original box. I got it in here because I was going to ship it to dude to fix, but I just ain't had the time right now. I've been too worried about getting this electrical right first. So it's got the original bass knob with it, which those are hard to find nowadays. So I tried to order another one for the other one that I got rid of. This one came with this amp. That's why it stayed with this amp. This one just needs the power supply MOSFETs fixed. That's what I'm pretty for sure, what I've seen and what you guys seen. I think that's all that's wrong with it. So I got a guy that's supposed to fix it. I just got to get it out and ship it to him. So that will be getting done. And then I don't know if I keep it or if I get rid of it, because I'm definitely running some different amps. But I do love this thing. This thing was a beast. Both of them. Anyway, we're like 3/4 of the way, I would say, maybe through this charging session. This says 15.2. That's why I've been keeping an eye on it. I set it to 15.5. There he goes. Look. You're gonna get a brain freeze, dude. But anyway, it's only at like 14.5. Let me see with this one, because it's more accurate. The batteries are dying from this one. That's why I've turned it off. But it's 14.5, pretty much. Alright, so what I'm saying is it's 7:24. Remember, I started this like an hour and a half ago. That's why you want to charge your batteries before you put them in your car, even if you're having a high-powered alt. Because unless you're going on a real far trip and ain't playing your radio, your battery's going to never get a chance to fully charge. You know what I mean? Because think about it. You run to the store, you run uptown, maybe it's 20, 40 miles even, whatever. And especially you're using other electricity from the battery to run the car and other things, even if you ain't using the radio. So the battery's never going to get a good charge. So it's better to charge it ahead of time. That way it's fully charged once you get it in there. Then the alternator just has to maintain it. Because if not, your alternator is always going to be struggling to try to get this thing up to voltage. You know what I mean? Just a little tip I'm trying to pass on to y'all. So it gets dark in about maybe an hour. I'm going to try to get this on the car. It shouldn't take that long. I think maybe the pigtail that came with the alternator is the same thing. I might be able to just plug it right into this and bolt this up. But we'll see. It's got the instructions here for whatever vehicle you have. And mine's the GM. This is a Saturn. So this shows you, you know, sense wire, and I think the ignition one. It's pretty basic. But yeah, there's how much I paid for it, 55 bucks. Anyway, let me get out and see if I can do that. I've just been keeping my eye on this and just want to let you guys know that real quick. Cook's in here taking a breather. Got the fan going and with a little window shaker AC. This light puts off a little bit of heat, and then we got the fluorescents up here by the old Chatter Skull. I wonder if the old Chatter box still works. Hell yeah. Stay tuned to Bass Junkie 2020.
1 hour later.
Alright guys, this is taking way longer than I anticipated. See, this thing says 15.5 volts. That's what I set it at. But it's showing only 14.8, which is actually 14.6, so it's still got a ways to go. It's got about a volt, a little less than a volt to charge up, which ain't a lot. It's getting there. I'm not for sure if I have to turn this up. I don't think I should have to. I think I set it at 15.5. It should keep charging this till it gets to 15.5. I think that was just, it was just building up. So that means the battery's probably getting charged. You know, it'll hold the charge is what I mean. So it's already 8:17. You guys remember when I started this? I think it was a little after 5 or something when I started charging or whatever. So it's been a few hours. I can't hook up the regulator here. Let me move this. Until I get this charged up and put in the car. Because I got the, hold on here. Let's walk out here. I'm gonna go grab the trimmers I brought home. He's out there doing the big hedges. Hear them? They need it. But I can't hook it up with this. I think these are like Yinglong cells that are in these. Could be wrong. But all I know is this is one of the older limitless lithiums. They discontinued this a while back. This isn't the 45 amp hour one or the Cyber 12K or none of that. It has a nice bussing on it and everything. It's a really nice battery. I've had it for a long time now. But it's only a 40 amp hour. It's still an awesome battery. It's always at 14.8, you know. So that's one good thing about it. I mean, with my alternator, it stays at that. It's a 14 volt battery. So it's not the 12 volt. But that's got to be taken out. And you see how I have it braced around and strapped down and all, what have you. Well, the lithium's going to have to be braced down. And I'm going to take out these mounts for the other sub amps. And I got some of the wiring covered up. I'm going to redo all that. I'm going to redo this whole thing. I'm going to even take this out because I want to have the amp in the very back there. And then the lithium. And then, you know, like the fuse boxes up here and stuff. The way I want to do it. And then the fan's facing it. Because I got to fix the problem with my trunk leaking. That way, if it ever does, I'll never have to worry about that. But at the same time, I want it all in the back anyway. That way, it's back there and I'll up close. I did like the Limitless being right here. It's easy access, you know. So anyway, I got so much I want to do to this. But I have to do one thing at a time. I have to do this right. And that's why I'm taking my time doing this, guys. So I just wanted to post up. This will be a little short video. Just letting you know about that I got the battery charger in. I'm going to post a link in the description and in the comment section if you want to get the same charger I got. Hopefully yours doesn't come in dented. Also, I'm going to put a link in the description for JS alternators. If you want to get your alternator from them, I recommend them. I've had my 250 for over a year and a half. Never had a problem out of it yet, or probably hopefully never will. And I got that regulator from them just recently. We're going to hook that up. That's only if you run C-Max. Remember that, guys. Don't hook it up to one of these. So we're going to wait a little bit. Make sure this thing charges right before we end this video. .6, 14.85. I might have to turn this up more. I don't know yet. I want to wait and see. Keep it, let it charge, do its thing. I gotta get this Rockville. I was thinking about that Rockville amp. I got that Rockville amp. It's in the box too. It's a Marine amp. It's a pretty good little amp. But I gotta get this ZV3 reconed. This is a big sub right here. This is ZV318. I got all the Maxwell caps on top, so I don't want to try picking that box up right now. So to show you, well, you guys have seen it. Oh my God, we hit 15 on one of the multimeters. It's only 9:30. I've been sitting out here. These leads are getting a little bit warm. That's why I got the upgraded leads coming. But The battery died on this once. I turned it off, turned it back on. I'm not sure if that's why the voltage difference, but I'm pretty for sure that this one's more accurate. So we're not quite at 15. This one says 15. That's why if you get one of these Eventechs, I recommend that you have a multimeter so you know what your battery is going, what the true voltage is. Because I had this set at 15.5. I took the lead off and I had to change it to 16 volts just to get it to keep charging. So I might have to turn it up to 16.5 to get it up to 15.5 on the multimeter, which I will do if I have to. Another thing, guys, I'm sitting out here all this time with this, and I wasn't able to put the voltage regulator on, like I said, because the other battery can't be ran at 15.5 volts that I know of. So I just want to wait till I get this in the car first, and this took longer to charge than I thought. So I'm sitting out here with it. Like I said, these leads are a little hot. I wouldn't recommend hooking this up and charging it all night and falling asleep. That's another reason it's out here in the workshop and not in my bedroom. I would love to have this sitting on my coffee table in my bedroom and charging while I'm watching my TV and the AC. You know, I mean, we got an AC here, but that thing ain't nothing like the room. But I'd rather have it out here away from the house. That way I ain't got to worry about the house burning down, or if these things caught fire, because I'm sure you guys have seen the videos. If you hadn't, check them out. You just puncture these things and they smoke and shoot flames. So C-Max ain't all lithium like that, but C-Max is a little bit dangerous. You just got to attend to it more. Just beware of that, guys. Just a little warning. So don't do nothing dumb. You know, something that you wouldn't think, you know, I'm not saying it's dumb. It's something you wouldn't think was a big deal. You've done it with other batteries. Don't do it with these ones. Anyway, we're going to sit out here until we get this thing to 15.5. I mean, it's coming up over on this one, but it ain't on that one. And that one says it is, but we're going to go by the left one right there. Multimeter. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, it's getting late and I got to work tomorrow. So this thing's took way longer than I anticipated. You see it says 15.8. That one says 15.7. But this one says 14.9. So maybe these two are correct. Who knows? But I would think that that one is. Either way, we're going to come back and finish this up. Then I'll put this in, put that in with the rest of this video. So we're gonna hang it out for tonight. I'm sorry I can't get the video out tonight on Sunday, but it'll be at least tomorrow. I'll come back out here after work and turn it back on until we get up to 15.5. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned.
The next day.
Alright, guys, we're back out here. It's Monday after work. I've been out here for about an hour and a half. So I was out here about 3 hours yesterday, maybe longer. I know it got late and I had to go to bed because I had to go to work. So I finally got it up to 15.5 with this voltage meter. I had to turn this up like I showed you guys yesterday in earlier clips. I had to turn this up. I got it turned up to actually 17. But it probably don't need to be that high. It's at 16.2 and it's already at 15.5 on this. But I couldn't set this at 15.5 because it stopped charging at like 14.8. So this is like a volt off or something like that, or a little less. But nothing, no big deal. I mean, this thing will charge up to 30 volts. It says 31 volts. It's only supposed to go to 30, so it's probably off a volt with this calibration on this. So anyway, I got both multimeter. This is the cheaper one, so I'm assuming that it's only 15.35, which it's almost there. And I still got to get this video edited and up for you guys. So I wanted to do it yesterday, but I didn't have time. Anyway, I'm gonna do it tonight, so it might be up by the morning. Sometimes it takes forever to upload. It's pouring down rain right now. I got the doors closed. Which I got the AC on and all that. So, but I'm gonna this weekend I'll charge it up a little bit more and fine tune it See if I can't get this multimeter up to 15.5. Even if this one goes a little higher, it can't hurt it that much. But one thing I want to point out, when we started, we was at 13.8 because this battery had been sitting. And like I was saying earlier in the video, you know, when you got your alternator and you got a battery that hasn't been charged or that's been sitting, even though if you think it's where it's supposed to be, put a multimeter on it, check it. If it's low voltage, don't expect your alternator to charge it up, because look how many hours, I mean, granted this thing is small, but look how many hours it took to get this thing up to voltage. You know what I mean? You know, you think you drive your car to the store or maybe to work. It's just a short time, you know. Guaranteeing it ain't 3 or 4 hours, you know what I mean? So it would have never been able to charge this battery up the right way. It might have been reading 15.5 because of the voltage regulator, and that's what the alternator's putting out. But whenever the battery would rest and you would get back in the car or your truck in the morning to start it up, I guarantee you the battery would be down in the 13s again. So that's why it's important to go ahead and get you a good charger. I'll put a link to this one in the description. But get you a good charger and charge your batteries up to voltage. Get a couple of multimeters. That way, you know, you can, you know, I'm going to get a third one because I'm not trusting either one of these. I don't know who's right here. This thing's off too. So, but at least I know I'm in the right area, you know, and I know the balancer I got from Coventry is working right. I'll put a link in the description for that too. Actually, I'll just put a link to Coventry. You can get that from them, and busing and all that. Which that ain't the busing from them. I got this battery like that. These leads do get warm. I think they're might be 12 gauge, but I got the upgraded ones coming. They're 8 gauge from Isaac that works there at Coventry. He makes them. Isaac Daughtry. Look him up on Facebook. If you're in my group, I'm sure you see him or see him through my post where I posted about this lithium. He commented in it, and or you can just go hook up to the link I put in the description for Coventry, and you'll be able to find him from there. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I gotta edit it. I'm just happy to see this. I can't wait to get this in the car. I gotta do take some stuff out of the trunk, move it around because I want to put this in the back. I'm gonna do some things rearranging. I'm taking my time doing this right, and I'm gonna be hooking up the voltage regulator this weekend also. I didn't want to hook it up because this wasn't charged up and wasn't going to be in the car, and that voltage regulator specifically says only for C-Max, you know, because I got that limitless lithium. I think they're Yinglong cells or something like that, and I think they only need to be 14.8. It's a 14 volt battery though. It ain't the 12 volt one. So it might have been all right, but I didn't want to run it at 15.5, especially when I ain't got a bass amp in there right now. So I only got that Matt 6 channel, which is a bass amp too, because one of the channels is for subs. 1,000 watts, you know, 500 per sub. But I ain't hooking it up. I ain't even playing with my sundown subs like that. But anyway, I'll be getting another amp next. Just want to get this electric out of the way. I think it's very important. I wish I had done this to begin with a long time ago. It takes money, patience, and time though. Just always remember that. Look how much time I've had to sit with this. And that's another thing. I didn't just leave this charging and go to work. You know, I came home and turned it on again. Like I said, these leads get hot. It's dangerous. These cells are dangerous. You don't want to overcharge and blow shit up. So with that being said, I'm going to get in the house and edit this video for y'all and get it up. And be looking forward to this weekend when I put the battery in the car and hook up the voltage regulator and see how it works and everything else. And it's going to be cool, dude. This is going to be awesome. So, until then, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Like!